KC Royals manager Ned Yost, and general manager Dayton Moore. John Sleezer, Kansas City Star, MCT via Getty Images, holding the second overall pick in the 2019 MLB Draft is great news for the Kansas City Royals. As an organizational whole, the franchise is in a good spot, with several bright spots on the Major League roster as well as numerous prospects rising through the minors together. Currently, that group is playing for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, the club's advanced squad. Now, with the second selection in the draft, general manager Dayton Moore has the opportunity to land a star. And while this draft lacks a readily apparent generational talent, a la Bryce Harper in 2010, the Royals should still be able to land an impact player. And with the Royals farm system on the upswing again after successfully emptying it with the goal of capturing a World Series championship, Moore can take the best available player. Since just the Orioles, who finished last year 47-115, are picking ahead of them, the options will be plentiful. In the following pages, I take a look at 7 options for the Royals with the number 2 pick. These players range from a high school shortstop to a 19-year-old pitcher re-entering the draft to multiple collegiate players, including one left-handed starting pitcher, an outfielder from Mizzou, and 2 positional players battling for the Baseball America College Player of the Year award. We start, though, in Lubbock, Texas, with a slugger currently manning the hot corner for the Red Raiders. Page 2, photo by Peter G. Aiken, Kansas State, Getty Images. Last season, Josh Young, who went undrafted out of high school, broke out in a big way. He hit 12 home runs while collecting 80 RBI, slashing .392, .491, .639, good for a 1.130 OPS. According to the Baseball Cube, in 2019, Young's cooled off, but he's still slashing .310, .445, .494 for a .939 OPS to go along with 2 home runs, 8 doubles, 1 triple, and 20 RBIs. What's more, Young walks more than he strikes out. In his collegiate career, the junior has struck out 94 times but walked 96 times. 6 feet 2 inches, 215-pound 21-year-old should continue to hit for power, as MLB.com, which ranks him as the No. 6 overall draft prospect, writes that Young's power comes naturally and his bat speed and strength should translate into 25 or more homers per year once he turns on more pitches. Defensively, it's questionable whether he stays at third. As the Burke Granger over at 2280 Baseball remarked, Young has limited range at the hot corner, but his hands and footwork are both adequate and his arm is plus, with easy carry across the diamond. That could possibly mean a switch to a corner outfield spot. Regardless of whether Young ends up at third base or in left or right field, landing a disciplined power hitter would be a boon for the Royals. Page 3, Major League Baseball Commissioner Robert B. Manfred Jr. poses for a photo with 8th overall selection in the 2018 MLB Draft. Carter Stewart photo by Alex Trawig. MLB photos via Getty Images. From the Big 12 we go to something called the National Junior College Athletic Association. The reason for such a big drop can be explained by looking at the picture above, which was taken at last year's draft. In it stands Rob Manfred, the Major League Baseball commissioner, alongside pitcher Carter Stewart, newly drafted out of high school by the Atlanta Braves with the 8th overall pick. Yet, Stewart and the Braves failed to reach a deal. And instead of heading to a 4-year college, where he would have had to wait 3 seasons before re-entering the draft, Stewart headed to a junior college so that he could get back in the draft after just 1 season. Would the Royals take a risk on drafting a pitcher who failed to reach a deal with the last team that took him? They've done it before, and reached a deal with that player. Back in 2006, with the first overall pick, Kansas City nabbed pitcher Luke Ochever just a year after the Dodgers had drafted him with the 40th pick, a supplemental first-rounder. It should be noted that the MLBPA filed a grievance on Stewart's behalf, claiming that Atlanta did not negotiate with him in good faith. Stewart, just 19, would be worth the number 2 pick. According to MLB.com, he's the top pitching prospect. On the 20-80 scale, MLB.com gives him a 55 overall due in large part to his 65 fastball and 65 curveball. This season for the Eastern Florida State Junior College Titans, he's started 10 games, and while his record is just 2-2, he struck out 80 in 55.1 innings pitched, which comes to 13.01 K9. He's given up just 2 home runs while his ERA sits at 1.63. Once upon a time, Dayton Moore uttered this line, "Pitching is the currency of baseball." Truer words may never have been spoken. And if Moore believes he can reach terms with this young fireballer, then Stewart may become the 5th pitcher drafted by the Royals in the first round in the past 2 seasons. Page 4, photo by Michael Wade, Icon Sportswire, Corvus via Getty Images, Pop Quiz. How many Mizzou positional players have gone in the first round of the MLB Draft? If you guessed any number above 0, you're wrong. But Cameron Misner is likely to change that. Where he falls in the first round, though, is a completely different story. Previously drafted out of high school by the Royals in the 33rd round of 2016's draft, Misner, from Poplar Bluff, Missouri, instead went the collegiate route, and it looks like it's paid off. He ended his freshman year with an OPS of .806 and 213 at-bats, including 7 home runs, 34 RBIs, and 17 steals. As a sophomore, his slash line improved to .360, .497, .576 as his walks jumped and strikeouts fell, but he played in only 34 games due to injury. This year, Misner is back on track, hitting .267, .457, .467 for an OPS of .924 across 34 games and 120 at-bats. Already he's set a career high in walks with 40 versus just 34 punchouts. He's a perfect 17 for 17 in steals, and he's matched his freshman year number in home runs. According to MLB.com, Misner, their number 11 prospect, it is a 20-20 threat who possesses the quickness and strong arm to patrol anywhere in the outfield. Is that enough to be selected second overall? Perhaps. The Royals love speed and positional versatility. Misner possesses both those traits along with plate discipline and a bit of pop. Page 5, photo by Justin Tafoya, NCAA photos via Getty Images. If the Kansas City Royals decide pure, raw power is what the organization wants most in this draft, then the franchise need look no further than Andrew Vaughn, the first baseman for the California Golden Bears. Undrafted out of high school, the 6 feet 0 inches, 214-pound right-handed hitter has absolutely mashed since arriving in Berkeley. His freshman season, Vaughn slashed .349, .414, .555 with 12 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 36 runs scored with just 24 strikeouts. Amazingly, that's Vaughn's worst season. He hit .402, .531, .819 with 23 home runs and 63 runs batted in 2018, walking 44 times and striking out only 18 times. So far this season, he's slashing .344, .519, .708 with 10 homers, 30 RBIs, 31 walks and 20 strikeouts. According to 20-80 evaluator Burt Granger, Vaughn has quick hands with a penchant for barreling balls with a compact yet powerful swing and exceptional feel for the strike zone, adds MLB.com, who ranked him their 3rd overall draft prospect. He should be in conversation at the very top of the draft as a college hitter who should be able to move quickly through a system. If the Royals are looking for a disciplined slugger who can reach Kansas City relatively quickly, Vaughn would be the perfect fit. Page 6, use your arrows to browse Texas Christian pitcher Nick Lodolo, Max Faulkner, Fort Worth Star-Telegram, TNS via Getty Images, a tall, lanky southpaw. Nick Lodolo was originally drafted 3 years ago by the Pittsburgh Pirates 41st overall, but landed at TCU after going unsigned. His first 2 seasons were merely okay for such a highly touted prospect as he went 5-1 with a 4.35 ERA and 72 strikeouts over 78.2 frames in 2017 and then 7-4 with a 4.33 ERA and 93 strikeouts over 77 innings last year. But he's taken a leap this year. Currently, through 8 games, all starts, Lodolo is 4-2 with a 1.52 ERA over 53.1 innings. In that time, he struck out 68 hitters while walking only 10. Perhaps most impressively, batters are hitting only .208 against him after hitting .278 last year. According to 20-80's Granger, Lodolo challenges hitters on the inner half of the plate with a fastball that sits at 92 to 95 mph, while his breaking comes in at the mid-70s, while he's also got a decent changeup. He'd fit right in on a strong Royals farm system. Use your arrows to browse.